Rajarshi Datta. Mr. Datta.
Talking about HVAC's role in achieving net zero goals. Just to give you a perspective, we are at a very pivotal moment in history where we have to make a choice around energy, sustainability, and technology that will, shape the future for us and for our future generations. And being part of Johnson Controls, who are a pioneer in the field of innovation and sustainable practices within the HVAC industry, I take this opportunity to share insights about the great opportunities that lies ahead for us globally and in India, the technological advances that are shaping up this sector, and how HVAC system will play a key role in enabling India to achieve its net zero goals. And I want to talk about a few subtopics here. HVAC's role in achieving net zero goals, which is very important for us. And then I'm going to talk about the technological advancements which is happening in this industry. And I'm going to talk about market growth and opportunities in India in this sector, and with finally around the future of HVAC in India's sustainable development. And I'll start with the first one, HVAC's role in achieving net zero goals. And you can see it here around these three blocks: predictive maintenance, automation, energy efficiency, and I'll come to that. When we talk about net zero emission, it begins with sectors that has got the greatest potential, to make a difference. Cooling accounts for nearly 10% of the global carbon emission and is one of the largest drivers of energy consumption in buildings and industries. And optimizing this will, substantially help in reduction towards our net zero goals. So modern HVAC systems and tools that are available, which are not just about cooling and heating. It's also about energy efficiency and sustainability. These technologies drive our net zero goals by supporting energy efficiency, energy optimization, predictive maintenance, and automation. For instance, energy, Johnson Controls or so many other companies, they have got intelligent controls which adjust energy usage based on the real-time needs. We have heat recovery system, reuse waste energy systems, so which will ensure that we operate the HVAC at peak efficiency, avoiding unnecessary energy consumption. All these actually helps in reducing emission, but also help in few more things like improve occupant health. That is one of the things, we talk about indoor air quality, how it impacts the health, safeguarding the product quality, that enhances the life increases. And as we do all these things, it helps in enhancing the operational efficiency, which is so critical. That's the reason HVAC is a very vital thing in everybody's goal towards net zero. Can you go to the next slide? I'm going to talk about, go to the next one, sorry. And, can you go to the previous one? Sorry, I think the technology part of it, the previous one, Priyanka. We had one more slide around the technological advancements, Priyanka, I think, what is that? Okay, I'll just talk about that, when we did all these things, in the heart of any HVAC system is the IoT-enabled smart systems. Today we are talking about everything which is smart. We are talking about chillers which are connected, where the chiller information is going to the cloud, where they actually, compare it with benchmark information, and basis of that, taking meaningful decisions around that. All this helps in actually improving the efficiency of the overall system. And the moment the efficiency improves, the carbon emission comes down, and that helps in the net zero goals. And while we do this, along with HVAC, there are a few other things. If you remember, it started with thermostat. By the way, Warren Johnson, who is the founder of Johnson Controls, is the inventor of thermostats. And then we have got, which is advanced now into, IoT-based building management systems, which helps companies or facilities to optimize, energy usage while maintaining comfort. And while we do this, there are so many other things which are being used, renewable energies, and some of the other things that are being used to ensure how we are doing everything to reduce the energy consumption, and while we do this, help in the net zero goals. And Johnson Controls being one of the pioneers in that, we are in the forefront of this innovation. And what all it means, and you can see here about how this HVAC industry is growing, and you can see by 2030 it's going to be almost a $30 billion business. And what is propelling this growth? Because the growth that we see in India actually is specifically in the industry like pharmaceutical, food processing, data centers are really propelling this growth, where HVAC plays a key role. Just to give you a perspective, I spoke about pharmaceuticals. HVAC clean rooms are very important, where they are used, where medicines are produced. These are very critical environment which needs to be kept. And there, how the HVAC is operated is very important. How we ensure that the efficiencies are met are very important. And along with it, you need to have solutions like air purification system to ensure that right level of healthy workplaces are met. So as we do all these things, HVAC not only meets about the business needs of energy efficiency, it also contributes to sustainability and also helps in our national energy goals. Right now, with this, can you go to the next slide? With this, comes what's the future ahead of us. So basically, the future. When we look at the future, the future is about sustainability. There is a lot of urbanization which is happening, which brings in climate challenges, and how we integrate the technology together to ensure that we have solutions which has got the right efficiencies, which will help in the decarbonization. And while we do all these things with different technologies that we use, renewable energy, heat recovery, automation, which will all help towards our net zero goals. So overall, I think I have spoken about the opportunity which lies ahead of us, and the impact this whole thing, the technology can create, in our goal towards net zero. I think that's it from my end.